I told you about the Dunn brothers and Michael Trautwein being related. Those family ties extend pretty far back in the Northwestern baseball program. Michael's father, John Trautwein, played for Northwestern back in the early 80s. And now his son, Michael, who leads off here in the top of the third, and his cousins, Jack and David Dunn, are in the lineup today, continuing that family tradition in the Northwestern baseball program.
It's good genes, both athletically and probably academically as well.
Trautwein getting the start behind the plate today. Still finding his way offensively early in his career. One of 4 freshmen in the lineup today. It's a good way for Northwestern head coach Spencer Allen to get into the talent-rich state of Georgia as well. All 3, Dunn, and Trautwein, hail from the Peach State.
Northwestern's going to have a national appeal. They have such a strong academic reputation, but in addition to that, of course, playing the Big Ten and Big Ten network, and but there's a lot of folks that academically oriented that would love to attend Northwestern.
Stanford has kind of the same thing out west. Notre Dame.
Stanford has a little bit better weather than Northwestern.
Trautwein is retired, and now back to the top of the order as all 3, the Dunns and the Trautweins, bat here in this inning. As you see, John Trautwein playing from 81 to 84. And now David Dunn and Michael Trautwein joining Jack Dunn. Jack and David from Alpharetta, Georgia. And Michael Trautwein from Johns Creek, Georgia. And 0-2, Sycamore, we mentioned, kind of starting to settle into a groove. Looks like he's continuing that, carrying it over from the second to the third inning as he's 0-2 on Jack Dunn, who he hit to start the ball game. Dunn came around to score on the RBI single by Willie Bourbon.
That's just being a little bit too pumped up. That's that first inning that a lot of pitchers struggle with. It's just the heart beats a little bit faster than what you normally have. You're a little bit too amped up, and I think that hit by pitch is probably a symptom of that. Is just trying to do a little bit too much there, and which again is typical in the first inning. A lot of starting pitchers.
It's good to see Dunn not favoring that left elbow, which is what got hit by Sycamore. Sycamore struck out 2 today. And now 2-2 on Jack Dunn. Dunn stays alive.
This is that situation where Sycamore likes to come inside with his fastball, going back-to-back sliders. Unlikely to throw 3 in a row, but that's what this game is. You have to start thinking about what the possibilities are.
From 0-2 to 3-2.
Did throw that slider again, but changed his location, went more backdoor.
This is a fun moment here. Full count between one of the SEC's best Friday night starting pitchers and one of the top hitters in the Big Ten. Jack Dunn, the preseason All Big Ten honoree, takes ball 4 as he works a walk out of an 0-2 start to that at bat.
Sycamore wanted that one. That ball. It's probably a little low.
Yeah.
Probably made the right call. Daniel did a good job catching it.
Just dipped below the knees there, and now Jack Dunn is on for the second time and gives his younger brother a little something to work with 1 out. His first time up. David Dunn grounded out to second base, and that allowed Jack to move up to second. He would later come around and score. And we have the battle going back and forth between Jack Dunn and TJ Sikkema as well. Remember, Sikkema almost picked him off.
Not a lot of pitchers have that ability to do what he just did right there and still be able to command your pitch.
I remember the play he almost picked Dunn off with was just coming from that same kind of position and just whipping the ball over.
That's definitely a product of the first time that Dunn was on base with all those throws over.
Long look in and now high. You almost get the feeling like Sikkema has been setting up Jack Dunn as a base runner the same way you'd set up a hitter at the plate.
And there's truth to that. That's something that you can definitely do from how you hold the runners on and your different pickoff moves. And like we talked about, the left-hander has such an advantage because they have come up with so many different variety of pickoff moves.
There's a base hit to left field. Second hit of the day for Northwestern, and the Dunn brothers are aboard doing their job in the first two spots in the lineup. Jack at second, and now David at first. And that sets it up for Alex Arrow.
And you wonder if Sikkema's a little bit too preoccupied with the